goal's to win, for Christ's sakes. And you keep talking about the CBT, you keep talking about prospects and your long-term goal. Like, you just basically told us we ain't good enough, we suck, you let us down.
Angry Lou.
A hole the size of, I don't even know what, in that bullpen. Keep playing like dog.
Great call by manager Lou.
Go get me a goddamn first baseman. That's what I want. I don't want an outfielder DH. I need a first baseman.
Okay, Lou, I'll ask you something.
What? How do you go into the season without a closer? How do you not address the closer situation?
Lou, what's up, dog?
Good, how are you doing? Good.
Well, it's always great to have you here, Lou.
Oh, baby, it is 12:02. It is Friday, and it's time for us to go to the Harbor One hotline to lovely San Diego, California. He is the voice of baseball in Boston. When it comes to opinions, everybody wants to hear what our friend Lou Merloni has on the Harbor One hotline. Lou, good morning to you.
Happy Friday, everybody. How you doing?
It's early there too, huh? You wake up early, take a little walk on the beach, kind of like reminisce about the old days back when you used to play there?
I'll give you one guess where you think I am right now. Like, just one guess.
And sitting on the toilet, taking a poop.
No, I'm sitting on hole 6 right now with Will Fleming. So he's teeing off for me, and we're going to rock and roll.
Wait, Will Fleming? Oh, my God. Are you guys
up at like 5?
Do
you know, it's like 5:30. We get up. We get a tea time early. It's nice.
Do you rent clubs, obviously, right?
Yeah, I rent. He carries. He brings them with him. He's big time.
Oh, well, he has to because he's 6'8". He needs like probably 2-inch overs.
That's true.
Yeah,
Hey, Lou, do you feel like we should change the open for you?
The angry Lou
Yeah,
open?
I mean,
I kind of like it because you need a closer. You need a first baseman, so
You need a shortstop.
Just wants to, yeah, it's funny, man. They are. I know they just made that move in the rotation, but we were kind of talking about this, right? Like you got Kike, and then you bring this kid Pablo Reyes, and he's played so well, and it's like, okay, when Arroyo comes back, what are you going to release Pablo Reyes? Like, he's playing really well, like you need Valdez, the left-handed bat. So it's like they've got some guys that are coming back, and they've already made a move with the rotation. They're going to have to make another one here with Whitlock soon. So it's like it's a good problem to have, but I'm just curious to see how the whole thing shakes out.
So, Lou, we talked to Alex Cora about this, but I'm curious for your thoughts on the Kenley Jansen pitch clock gate, let's call it, from, a bunch of days ago where feet are in the box, feet are out of the box. Yep. We knew there would be some level of chicanery. How do you put into context that whole situation from the Jansen end to the umpire end to the Red Sox end in handling it?
Yeah, that whole thing was confusion. I mean, we had no clue what was going on because the umpire kept pointing to his watch. And the pitch, like the as far as like quick pitching is more like point to the eyes. And we're like, but it's a pitch clock he's calling it. So to me, it's like, I don't know, like kind of old school would sort of be like, hey, Contreras, if you really want to walk that badly, here, hold this in your ribs for me type thing. Like, just drop him. Maybe he won't do it again. But I don't like kind of trying to circumvent the rules. Like, the rules are the rules. The rules are good. The game is good. Don't be an a-hole. You know what I mean? Just play by the freaking rules. Like, the whole stepping in, stepping out, gamemanship stuff. Like, and I know MLB sent out a memo kind of warning players about things like that, which I think is a good thing.
Man, I thought you would think differently about that. I'm surprised that you're like, oh, just get in the batter box. Like, I felt like you would be more like, hey, if you're dumb enough to give me to fall for it, then I'm going to keep doing it till you learn your lesson.
Well, I get it, but it's just like, okay, like we've got these rules in play, right? And everybody's kind of abiding, and it's just about speeding up the game and having a better product. And then you have, something like that, just trying to take advantage of it, gamemanship. I don't know. It just seems like you got a good thing. Like, just go out and play, It rattled Jansen. I mean, it worked, and we saw it kind of happening, and I was thinking, if he gets in there at 8, now he forces Jansen to start his windup or set position at 8, and with a little wiggle, like, it kind of makes him feel rushed. So I was kind of wondering if more people would do that to Jansen. I don't know. I just like the way the game is right now. I just don't like people trying to take advantage of things.
Lou, I referenced this with Cora. Remember when they put in that blocking the plate rule? And they had to tweak it along the way. Is this going to be the same thing with the pitch clock, or is this more about communication and the umpires kind of getting it right?
Yeah, a lot of it to me is communication, you know what I mean, with the umpires, because like the signaling, the hand signals and stuff, everybody keeps talking about just grab a mic, just explain it, because you don't really know what's going on, when you're hitting your watch and it's a violation for a quick pitch. that's not the so-called signal for it and things like that. But no, I don't know. I mean, it is what it is. I like to just try to hopefully just play by these rules right now. Just be a clean game like we've been having and just go from there.
Lou Merloni on the sixth hole of a fancy golf course in San Diego with Will Fleming. Lou is with us on the Harbor One hotline. Hey, quickly, because like the whole pitch tipping and stealing and stuff like that, how do you as a former big leaguer, what do you make of the whole Aaron Judge in the box and you see the eyes go right and then go back to the pitcher and then the guy hits one about 7,000 feet?
Yeah, for me, it's everything is legal unless you're using electronics, and you're signaling from inside of tunnel a signal to the hitter. If Aaron Judge is peeking to the first base coach because the catcher has his legs wide apart and he can see the sign if they're doing signs, or if the catcher sets up really low on breaking balls and stands more straight up on fastballs, or if the catcher's giving away location in and out, then that's his fault. Then be better at it. I don't have a problem with that. That's been going on for 100 years. Third base coach picking up signs. First base coach picking up signs. Me peeking to the base runner. The base runner peeking and picking up signs so he can steal. PitchCom has erased some of that stuff, but as long as you're not using electronics, it's all fair game to me. I don't see a problem with what Judge was doing.
Love it. Okay, so all right, so I guess the biggest story, I guess what I think a lot of people were waiting for was like the whole rotation. Like, how was that going to kind of play out? Bale pitched well. Tanner Houck looks like he's almost there. You kind of like, oh, God, third time through the order. But Nick Pivetta, he gets bounced. Right call?
Yes. Yeah, it was. I mean, it just comes down to performance. He really wasn't performing at a level with a crowded rotation that's healthy now. So he goes out there, hopefully throws well, long relief, and now you've got him and Crawford and Winkowski, so you got a lot of arms out there for long relief. So now maybe a guy like, when Corey Kluber gives you 4 solid, maybe you bounce him. Maybe you get him out. You go right to Pivetta, or you go right to Crawford or something like that. So you can kind of play that game with multiple long relief guys. The question will be like when Whitlock comes back. So there's one more guy to go, and I don't know. I mean, at some point, Tanner Houck kind of tells you who he is. And I know 5 2/3, 6 innings, 3 runs, 2 runs. I know he's doing well, but all the runs are in the last, 2 or 3 innings. And it's like, there's nothing wrong with being like really good for 3 innings, out of that bullpen and being a shutdown guy, because this hasn't been just like 8 starts. It's been 2 years. And eventually you just sort of got to listen to the player because his performance kind of tells you who he is.
So the other question, just the Pivetta part, like, so how does a guy like that handle, which I guess is universally considered a demotion, but maybe baseball players don't really feel that way. But how do you think he handles it and manages the different just day-to-day routine?
Well, yeah, I don't think he's happy about it. I think that's pretty obvious from spring training to a few weeks ago out in Atlanta or whatever it might be, the way he's talked about it. But he's got to realize that, at this level, look at Martin Perez. Like, he went out to that bullpen for the Red Sox, and the next year he came back, signed a deal, was an all-star. So it's like, listen, if you go out and throw and be lights out for 2 or 3 innings, somebody will look at you, next year or at the trade deadline and sort of be like, okay, this guy has started 32 games. And I think he figured some things out going to the bullpen. And, more opportunity. If you go out there and sulk and just get lit up, you're done. Like, you're out of the game. So I think he's got to take that approach. No matter when you're in the game, you got to put up zeros. Because, the future, who knows what the future holds? Maybe, you're out there in the pen, all of a sudden a week later, somebody goes down. The next thing you know, you're back in the rotation again. So you can't go out there and sulk.
Lou Merloni with us on the Harbor One hotline here with Gresham Fourier. He's out in San Diego tonight. The Red Sox will take on the Padres and Xander Bogaerts. And I know that Taylor Swift's here this weekend and the Celtics are playing and all that kind of stuff, but it feels like for all of the hand-wringing that went on during the contract negotiations that were or weren't for Xander Bogaerts, that fans might be a little more whooped up for tonight, but I'm not feeling it here back east. How do you, Lou, put into context the whole, hey, you're seeing Xander in another uniform?
Yeah, it's going to be weird. And I don't think people back in Boston get really, whooped up on West Coast games. I mean, it's just 9:30, 10 o'clock at night. The diehards will watch that type of stuff. And but if Xander was in Boston, for the weekend, it would be huge. But on the West Coast, a little bit different. He's swinging it, not swinging like he did earlier in the year, but it's going to be really awkward. Seeing him go up against this team and some of these guys. But it is what it is. if they stayed in that 6-7 year range, 8 year range, I think there's a possibility he would have stayed here. But San Diego blew him out of the water, and this team spent a lot of money in the offseason. They're 4 games under 500, so they got to figure out a way to get back into this thing. I mean, you don't spend that kind of money and miss the playoffs. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of heat on these guys right now.
Plunk Xander.
Oh, that would be
first
fun.
AB right in the ass.
Just
Plunk 'em.
just to kind of like hey, it's like like the towels that in the locker
You're
room,
snapping
you're
towels?
snapping towel out of. I just want to say hi. So wait, so Lou, where exactly are you? Because I have
Oh boy,
I'm gonna listen,
California guy.
I lived in San Diego for a long time. I know that area. Where are you staying? Because I'm gonna hook you up. Where are you staying?
Oh boy.
We are staying. Where are we staying?
Are you
Hilton?
North
No,
County? Are you
the
North
Hyatt.
County? Are you in the
No.
city?
We're staying right in downtown, like
Okay.
right near the park, like the Hyatt, I guess.
Okay, so if you're willing to kind of take maybe what I would call a 30-minute drive for breakfast, okay,
Yeah.
I want you listen to me very carefully. I want you to go to the Hideaway Cafe. The Hideaway Cafe in Solana Beach.
Hey, the halfway cafe.
Yeah.
That's
No.
my place.
Yeah, the Hideaway Cafe in Solana Beach.
Yep.
Ask for Jan. Order the Hawaiian French toast. Now
Really?
I'm not sure if you may not get Hawaiian French toast, but you ask for Jan and you get the Hawaiian French toast.
I will.
Promise me you'll do that. You won't regret it.
Here's what I want you to do.
Look at the Twitch. Look, it's a real place. I'm just kind of.
In a text. Yeah, in a text. Just send it to me in a text. I will check it out tomorrow morning.
I'm telling you got to go. And please ask for Jan and order the Hawaiian French toast. You'll be amazed what they give you.
Yeah. All right. Sounds
Lou, Google it. By the way,
It's good. It's a real look at Coop
no,
up there
I
hooking
see it.
up.
Hey,
good. Send me
Lou.
to Tijuana.
Ask for Manuel.
Lou,
no kidding.
didn't you play in that dump known as Jack Murphy Stadium back in the day?
Qualcomm. Yes.
How beautiful is Petco? And I can't believe in looking it up that ballpark's almost 20 years old.
Yeah, so my year here was 03, and that was like Petco was being built. So the last year at Qualcomm. So the only thing I've seen from Petco is basically like, from the studs. Like it was being built. You had to go over there once in a while and walk around, but it was like nothing. But yeah, Qualcomm was a dump, but this place here, I haven't been in there yet. So I'm looking forward to kind of checking that out.
Ooh, I can't wait for the Lou breakdown at Lou Merloni on Twitter. Maybe get a little Twitter breakdown there, a little video from Lou about
We'll do that.
Petco Park. That's good stuff.
Oh, jeez.
Hit him straight. Hopefully the sixth hole you get like an X for the score, and you and Flemdog can agree to take fives and move on.
Yeah, this has been the worst 15 minutes of his life. He's just jonesing. He just wants to put the phone down and go play. I know Will's like, come on.
No, I just told him. I said, just give me a 5. It's a par 4.
There you
give me
go.
a bogey. We'll move on.
There you go. Bogey, move on.
I don't care
Tee up.
about score. I'm out here in San Diego playing golf. You think I give a rat's ass about my score?
Oh, I love it. Are you guys playing 18 or can you only go 9?
Oh, no, we go 18. It's so early. There's nobody out here. We're going to play in like 3.5, 4 hours.
So how does this work? So you'll play 18. I'm assuming get a bite, get a nap, go to the ballpark, right?
Oh, yeah. No, I'll be back at the hotel by like noon.
Oh, man, that's fantastic. Well, Lou, thank you, brother. We appreciate you. Hit him straight. We'll talk to you next week.
Thanks, buddy.
All right, peeps. Have a great weekend.
We love
Later.
Lou, baby. Who